I don't think most people realize how many challenges there are constantly to your First Amendment rights. What case are you going to share with us today?
Well, I think we're going to talk about a high school graduation and a kid named Sam Blackledge.
And who is he?
Sam is, like I just said, he was the valedictorian of his class in Illinois, a little farming community in West Illinois, Northwest Illinois. And, he had earned the right to be able to speak to his fellow graduates during his valedictorian address. Now, I'm sure you guys each walked across the stage as valedictorians as well, so you remember very well how that worked out.
Come on, you don't even have to ask. I feel offended.
So Sam had the right to be able to address his class with his valedictorian address, and as he was getting ready, he submitted his speech to his principal, and about 10 minutes before he was supposed to walk across the stage or walk into this graduation ceremony, the principal takes him aside and says, "Hey, Sam, you can't give your speech. There's stuff in here that references your religion. You talk about Jesus and all that. This isn't appropriate for the venue, and so you got to leave it out, or you just simply can't give it." And Sam was like, "Well, I can't not say this. I mean, this is my speech. Can't we just give a disclaimer? This is my words and not the school's words, or something like that."
That seems reasonable.
It seems reasonable, and then the principal brings in the superintendent, and they said, "No, you can't do that, and so you got to leave out the Jesus stuff, or you just can't give it." And Sam says, "Well, I'm not going to leave that stuff out, so I guess I just can't give it." And so Sam ultimately did not give that speech at all during the graduation ceremony. Unfortunately for the school district, they're wrong here, and they're really wrong here. So we sent them a demand letter a couple weeks back saying, "Hey, look, you've ruined the only high school graduation that Sam Blackledge is ever going to have. Here's a guy that worked diligently for his entire high school career, got a 4.0 GPA. When he earns that right to speak to his classmates, they ought to respect the right to have him say whatever is on his mind at that time." And fortunately, the law is on the side of Sam here. In fact, the Department of Education, the United States Department of Education, 18 years ago, put on their website an entire guide for what we ought to do with student religious remarks in school and other things having to do with free exercise for students in school. And one of the things they actually said in there is that, Sam was right. The school can actually disclaim the speech that's going to follow. They could say the words of Sam, and he could be able to go forward with that. Or they could just simply sit back and listen to what he's got to say. When students earn the right to address their peers and remarks that they control, the school is required to be neutral towards those remarks. And in this case, they have violated Sam's constitutional rights. And my hope is that they'll apologize before we have to apply the law to them in court.
So did this just happen?
Just a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago.
Wow, that's I think people misunderstand that too. The school can't. It comes down to the school can't endorse religion, right? They can't take part in it. Is that?
Well, that's basically it. Yeah, look, if the school district is, if it's the principal that's going to get up there and give a speech or an altar call or something like that, that's absolutely wrong.
Okay.
If it can be attributed to the speech of the school district, the public school students, or not the students, but if it's attributed to the state through the public school, a teacher, a principal, or someone who's
because they represent it.
That's right.
Okay.
But if it's a private student, if it's someone who's just, hey, look, he's not the president of the class or something like that, this is his private remarks, in other words, not attributed to the state, then it's the student's speech, and students still retain their First Amendment rights.